Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. So today for you guys, I have a kind of different video from what I usually do. It's not really going to be a knife video, it's going to be a carving video. So I got this withe branch right here, and I'm going to make a slingshot out of it. I got one right here that I made not too long ago. So I used withe branch and just carved it out, and then done the rest of the carving. Left the bark on it, and then I burnt the middle part of it where you hold it. So also made the bands for it. Might show that in this video, I'm not too sure. Might already have some already cut. So right now I'm just gonna carve this down and show you guys me making a slingshot. So first part of making a slingshot is you want to hold it and see how it feels in your hand. So I'm right-handed, but for some reason I shoot a slingshot with my left hand, so I shoot like that. Hold the slingshot in my right hand and shoot with my left. So I usually feel how it feels the best to me. That right there feels pretty good. So I'm going to start carving down the handle. So as you can see, this wood, it's still kind of green. So I'm hoping I can kind of get it carved fast enough and let it dry out in the sun before it dries out like super slow and cracks real big. I'm hoping I can let it sit out in the sun and dry. I'm sure I'll probably still get a couple cracks in it, but probably not as many as what I would if I just let it sit and dry. So here's the knife I'm using, the Victorinox Swiss Army Farmer X. So I really like this knife for carving just because it's got a good sharp blade on it. Also has a saw and an awl. So I'm just kind of getting this part right here flattened out, the part that's going to be in my palm. I think we'll do what like in the slingshot community people call a natural fork. So just leaving the bark on it. So just keep on carving. So hopefully you guys can see this right here. So I hope you guys can see the grain. This is just a piece of oak. I think it's red oak from the red tint that it has. But here it is so far. I'm going to try to get this withe carved out here. So I'm hoping I can leave the front mostly looking like this all the way. So we'll see what I can do. Hopefully you guys can see this good. I can't see back there behind the camera, so I'm just hoping this turns out good. So you can see here, I got this edge of the one fork squared off. So now I'm going to work on the other side, getting it squared off. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm getting inside this fork, cleaning it out, trying to make it as smooth as I can, because when you're carving one, because I've made a couple using just using power tools mostly, and using a bandsaw. You can just take the bandsaw, cut right in through it, and you won't have very much cleanup work to do. So with a knife, you get all these little fuzzy pieces right here. I'll probably going to take a file and file it down, just because I really like the way, I don't like having all those little fuzzy pieces of wood sticking up. I like everything being pretty close to perfect. So I feel like I actually have this looking really good already, and it's probably, I don't know, it only feels like it's been about 5 minutes. I'm not too sure how long it has been. But yeah. Got these forks pretty good and squared up. I'm going to take a little bit off the sides right here. So I don't know if you guys can see this. So this one side of the wood is like it's really green and it was still alive, and then over on this other side it looks like it was already starting to dry out, and it's a whole lot harder to carve, and it's just got that, you can see hopefully the red look to it. Okay, so we got it right here. I'm gonna carve down the handle. I was thinking about leaving this a natural fork. I might still leave that part in there, how it was the fork of the tree. Maybe leaving that in there. But I think I'm gonna thin the handle down a little bit. I think I'm gonna make something a little bit smaller, just so I can throw in my pocket when I'm just going to the woods or something. I don't know yet. Still thinking about it. So we'll see what it turns out looking like, how I think it starts looking. Keep on checking just to see how it feels in your hand. Make sure you're still liking it. So this right here, I'm really liking it. So still not too sure what I'm going to do yet. If I'm going to leave it with the bark on it, or if I'm going to carve the bark off. So we're going to just sit here and think about it for a second. Kind of get this cleaned up here a little bit. Knock off some of these sharp edges from squaring it off. Okay, so I decided I'm going to peel the bark off here. See how it looks. Okay, so I'm getting this pretty close. I want to go grab a couple of files here in a second, just so I can have them ready for whenever I need them. Still need to carve that out, but I'll catch you guys here in a second with some files. Alright, so now I'm back. Got my files over here. Go ahead and show you which ones I brought. So this right here is a round rasp file for woodworking. Here's just a triangle file, flat file, a wood rasp half round, and then a finer tooth half round. So those are the ones I'll be using. We'll lay those over to the side real quick. Start doing some more carving on this, getting the rest of it shaped up. Okay, so got it right here. I think it looks pretty good so far. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this half round file right here and just start filing the edges right here in the fork. Just get those all nice and cleaned up. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that right there. Got it cleaned up pretty good. Got that with the pretty coarse wood file, half round wood file. So there's still little fuzzy pieces of wood on it, but I'm gonna take the other one I have to it, the finer one, and hopefully be able to get those out of it. But I think first I'm gonna do just a little bit more carving right here. Get some of these pretty good lines out of it from carving it so square. Try to get some of those out. And actually, if you guys didn't know, a good way to get those out, take your knife blade and go at like a 90-degree angle, and you can do that, and it'll just take it right out. It will leave these little spots right here, but you can just take your knife and don't go too deep, but whenever they rise up like that right there, just take your knife, just kind of rock it back and forth and get those knocked down, and it makes it super smooth. So. So you can see, and you can probably hear it on camera too, the noise that makes. And hopefully you can see those right there. Just take your knife, the edge of it, don't go deep at all. Just knock them down and carve them right off. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that, see how it looks. Still got a little bit of cleanup work to do with some files, but other than that, it's pretty close to done. So I'm going to file it some off camera, and then I'll show you guys attaching the bands to it. Alright, so I have it right here. I've done all the filing to it. I put in the little notches to put the bands on in. So now I was going to go ahead and band it up, but I think I'm going to let it sit in some boiled linseed oil, maybe overnight. I don't know. I'll just have to keep my eye on it and look and see what I'm thinking about it. But so right now I'm going to go ahead and take it and put it in boiled linseed oil, and I'll catch you when I take it out. Alright, so here it is. Show you guys the grain. So it's been soaking for probably about 2.5, maybe 3 hours in the boiled linseed oil. Then I put some beeswax on it. So we'll get the bands tied up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after. Alright everybody, here it is, all banded up. So you can see I use these flat bands. These flat bands are better for accuracy, a lot better than like if you guys have ever shot like one of those wrist rockets from marksman or something. But here it is. I'll shoot a few shots here to show you guys how it shoots. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, and tell me if you want to also. So I like doing these projects, and I'll show you guys how it shoots. Alright, so I'm not very far away, maybe about 5 yards away. Got the camera zoomed in here. Show you guys how this thing shoots. So you guys can see, shoots pretty good. Let me get you up here so we can see it. So you guys can see that right there. Punctured a hole in it right there. There's a exit hole right there. There's another one. There's another hole. So it's got plenty of power. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me making this slingshot. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time.